Hello, angels. I am Miss Quiet Queen, and you are now tuned in to the Quiet Queen Project. Welcome back to my channel once again. So, I'm going to do something today that I haven't done in a long time, and that is Dream Series. I've been going back and forth about this topic of Dream Series because I have heard other people talk about that you shouldn't reveal your dreams, and they gave different reasons why. And I agreed to a point, but then, so that's why I stopped doing a dream series, because I was wondering, it got me thinking, is this something that I should be doing? Because I don't want to cause any more drama in my life than already is. And when you do this type of work, you already reveal enough about yourself. And people say that dreams are personal. Yeah, dreams are personal. That's just it. They're personal to you and me. So what may be right for you may not necessarily be right for someone else. So that's the conclusion I came up with years later. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my dreams, because my spirit, my higher self says it's okay. So at the time I stopped, then I guess that was okay. But now it's like, okay, maybe I can still help people because of what I'm going through. So I know better than to reveal things that I don't think anybody should know. Now, with all of that said, let me remind you of a dream that I did tell you all about a little bit. Remember I said I had a dream. You can go watch the video. It's called I had a vision turn lucid dream or something like that. This video has over 75,000 views. I can't remember the exact. I'll probably try to remember to post it on the cards at the end of this video so y'all can go look at it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read to you, because after I had this dream I wrote it down. But what I neglected to do in that video was tell you who the celebrities were that was in the dream that was trying to influence me. Now you may ask, Queen, why are you telling us now? Because this is 2023. This is 2023. And there's a lot of stuff going down in our world. A lot of famous people are being eliminated. This includes politicians, celebrities, athletes, CEOs, and your next door neighbors. The movie came out called The Sound of Freedom. I was looking at something. The Sound of Freedom came out. I'm gonna do my. I'm gonna go ahead and do a review on that movie. I'm gonna do a review on that movie, so I'm not gonna talk about it right now. But that movie came out, and it's like, okay, it's time to go ahead and reveal some more secrets. Y'all know I wrote a book called Secrets of the World Revealed. I'm revealing secrets that I feel that the universe, the energy of the universe, is telling me about or communicating with me. So it's just time to reveal it. It's just time to reveal it. My disclaimer is this was a dream. So if you are if you hear your name mentioned in this video, please don't come for me in a negative way. I can't help in the physical realm what I dreamt. It was something my higher self needed me to know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read it, just so y'all know. I had this dream on May 26, 2013. All of the women in this dream were famous. The main one I dealt with was Kelly Rowland. But first, Little Pumpkin Pie 05 of YouTube, who's also known as Jackie Aina, invited a bunch. At that time, she was known as Jackie. She was known as Little Pumpkin Pie. She invited a bunch of us to a dinner convention Um, there were lots of famous women, as I said, and I saw Kelly Rowland, Fantasia, Alicia Keys, Jennifer Hudson, Goldie Hawn's daughter. At the time, I didn't know what her name is. I think her name is Kate Hudson. Um, and Little Kim, and many, many more. But the queen of them all was Beyonce. Well, Little Pumpkin Pie, also known as Jackie Aina, introduced me to Kelly Rowland. And Kelly gave me a book to read and asked me to join their secret circle. When I asked, okay, hold on. When I asked about it, she would not give me any information. This is Kelly Rowland when she handed me the book, right? She gave me a book and she gave me the book and told me to read it. I found myself in the front of the room of this convention at a marker board, a white marker board, writing something. And Kelly said to me, Kelly Rowland, join us. She kept calling me by my name. She knew my name. And she was calling me by my name. Join us, she said. I said, oh, hell no. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about any of this to join you. So, no. Then Beyonce showed up. She was very angry with me. And we were arguing back and forth. I remember this dream like vividly. Me and Beyonce was going back and forth. She was calling me out. I was calling her out. She was up in my face. And for the life of me, I don't understand why I didn't beat her ass. Because under normal circumstances, if you walk up in my face, you that close in my face, you asking me to hit you. But I didn't do that. So that's how I know this was something on a higher realm. This was something that was far more important than me spewing out my ego because somebody was up in my face. No. So we were going back and forth, arguing. Her voice changed. Her eyes turned black. And she was intimidating. And she made me feel that she would do something to me if I did not join them. I text her later. I don't know how I got her number, but I text her later and I apologized to her. And she said, okay. But if you have the ring of Ra, and I had the ring of Ra at that time, I don't know where that ring is now. I think I kind of do, but anyway, it's a ring of Ra. It's gold. So she said, somebody sent it, another spiritual leader sent it to me. I don't know how she knew I had the ring of Ra. She said, well, you have the ring of Ra in physical life, you know. And I mentioned Marie Duval was the woman. That's a real person. I think she's in that Cabal thing. But she sent me the ring. She's been sending me stuff way before I even moved to Ohio. I was still living in Detroit, and this woman, Marie Duval, she used to send me letters and asking me for pieces of my hair and different things like that. I just want you to know about who she was. You can go look her up. They say she's a scammer. I kind of believe it. But anyway. But in the dream, the ring looked kind of different. It looked like my daughter's wedding ring. My daughter is divorced now, but it looked like her wedding ring. Anyway. So I left the dinner. And then I woke up and I asked my husband, what time is it? And he said it's 8 a.m. I stayed in bed, then I fell back asleep. When I fell back asleep, I went back to the same dream. This time I saw a manuscript laying on the ground with some of its pages sticking out of place. So I opened it up. That had so I opened it up to a page that had a secret formula on the page. Now, I'm looking at what I wrote down what that secret formula was, but I'm not going to tell you. That much I'm not going to tell you. The narrator in my dream, which was my higher self, said, "This is your true power name." Then I woke up. There was something missing though. Something else is missing. I know something else happened, but it's not in here. I believe I wrote it. But anyway, it was the secret formula that I'm looking at is my true name, or one of my true names. Actually, this is a semi-true name. It's not my true name. It's a semi-true name. I told y'all how to get your semi-true names, but I don't think I'm going to reveal that anymore because people are starting to learn my name, and I don't want them to do that. Figure out my semi-true name. But anyway, I went back to that dream, and something is missing from this dream. Kelly told me to read the book, and I saw that, and I woke up. So the moral of my story is, these women, they have a womanhood, just like there are secret societies where men join only. This particular one was, and Spirit told me this within the same year, that Oprah Winfrey was over this. And I think I saw her in this dream as well. And Ilana Van Zant. All of these women sold out. Now, Fantasia did not sell out to the level of Kelly Rowland and Beyonce now. But she did. She got to this part. Okay? This is in the beginning stages when you join the Cabal or whatever their facet is. It's something about when they do this and this. They're low down on the totem pole. But when they do all of this and this, they really know some things. So they're telling you, I know something, but I got to keep it. Oh, I know this. This is powerful, because what they're talking about when they do this, it's the third eye. This does not mean you evil. They want y'all to think that doing this and doing this and doing this is all evil, is magic. Don't believe it, because they don't want you to have that power unless you're going to join them. Okay, they're sneaky. So I was given the permission by my spirit team to hear a conversation that Oprah Winfrey had about several women, several ordinary women. One of them was me. She was telling these women and some other women that was in her fold that she ain't gonna never, Miss Quine Queen ain't gonna never join us. And they were like, no, Oprah, we gotta get her because she's strong. She's this, she's that, she's that. She's like, I know, I want her too, but I'm not gonna bother with her. No, I'm not. Astro Boo Baby, y'all probably know him. Before I even had this dream, he told me that, because he's a seer also, and I don't know if he remembers him telling me this, but he said, yeah, Oprah knows who you are, sis. She knows who you are, and she wants you. I'm like, well, she can want all she wants. I'm not joining. I'm especially not joining something that you're not going to tell me what it is. Yeah, here, just join it. You got a little bit of time. We tell you a little bit of time. So you want me to sign my name in blood permanently for you to tell me something a little bit at a time? No, we're not doing that. So, so Oprah was one of those people that, something else I want to tell you. She wanted me to join her, and I said no. So I used to get these letters in the mail. I don't know who it was from. They would say things like, they would say my whole name, and then they would say something that my mother used to say, and I hated when she said this. I know you better than you know yourself. I had to tell my mama, you knew me better than I knew myself when I was a child. I'm a grown ass woman. You don't know me now. Not better than I know me. But this letter that I got from whoever this organization was, it was probably the Cabal. It was the Illuminati, whoever they were. They said, we know you better than you know yourself. Now, I didn't get offended when they said, well, I did get offended, but not the same way I got offended when my mother said it. I got offended because you in my business. And I know they know me better than I know myself because they know how magical I am. I have amnesia about my power. At least I had it. I know about my power. That's why I wrote about it in my book. The chapter called The One Who Knows, that's a powerful chapter. It's all about me when I was a little girl. Okay, so they sent me this letter and said that we know you. Oh, we know who you are. And my mother told me this before she passed. She said, I know who you are. I know who I am. I said, Mom, tell me. Nope, I can't tell you. No. I had to figure it out. And I'm almost 60 years old, and I'm just figuring out some of those things. I'm kind of upset with my mom. She could have left me something to help me, but these are the cards I was dealt, so I got to live with it, right? So anyway, this letter said that they knew me and they wanted me to be a part of what they were a part of. And what they were a part of is the same thing that Donald Trump is trying to dismantle. What they told me was, in the letter, this is not a dream, this was something that they actually showed me. In the letter, they said, you could have all you want. You could have money, the life that you dreamed of, all the material things that you ever want. You can have money, you can have a house, you can have the clothes, everything that you want. But you have to do it now. And and this is what they said, for the next 10 years, your life will be so blissful. And I'm like, for the next 10 years? And then they said, all you have to do is promise us that you will recruit 2 people a year. Just 2 people a year. And for the next decade, you could have this, you could have that, you could blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait a minute. In my Kevin Hart voice, we not just going to speed past that like you didn't just say that. You said 10 years, a decade. So you're going to give me all this glory. What's going to happen on the 11th year? Oh, you die. Or you get caught and have to go have a military tribunal. Like my friend Smelly Goat. Y'all remember me talking about Smelly Goat? The man I used to date. He was a professor at the University of Michigan. And he was in it. He's gone now. He passed away in May of 2020. I said, Spirit, tell me, why did he pass? Because they didn't say it. He was on YouTube. People loved him. He started the New Work, something in New York. But it was New Work. He was concerned. That was his platform, to hide behind stuff. His platform was like he was trying to end automation, and try to figure out different things about jobs, new work or something like that. I think the new work he probably was talking about secretly was trafficking. Spirit told me that's what he was involved in. And when I was in a relationship with this man, I was trying to break up with him. I was weak because for a while throughout my entire relationship with him, I didn't have custody of my children. Something happened. I lost custody of my kids. I was never on drugs or anything like that. I just lost my job, didn't have any money. I was going through so much. And he played on that. So I was a very weak because I didn't have my kids and I was worried about them and blah, 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 right? But I am the one who knows because God says so. So anyway, I figured it out and I went into contemplation and I asked Goddess, what is it about him? It just don't seem right. It seems like something illegal was going on, and it was. He was part of the cabal. He was part of trafficking children and women. He used to ask me all the time, are you sure you can still have kids? I'm like, yeah, why? You want a baby? No, I don't. I mean, why are you asking me? Because they don't just kidnap children. They kidnap women who are young enough to still bear children. They are called the breeders. They were considering me to be a breeder, but they couldn't just force me in it because of who I truly am. Now, years before he died, he came to me in a dream and said, the reason why secret societies want you is because you possess a trait. He called me out by my name in this dream. He was sitting in this wicker-like chair with his legs crossed, and he had his chin in his fist like this. He said, you possess a trait. And as soon as he said to me, you possess a trait, I heard, wah, 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 wah. And then I heard people running up the stairs saying, he's telling her, he's telling her, no! And he was like, oh, you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm like, where do I go, where do I go? And I ran in the bathroom because I was in some type of apartment that he lived in. I didn't recognize it. But I ran in the bathroom and I shut the door and I ran out the window, and it was like, bust open the door and like, where's she at? Where is she? And I jumped out the window and I woke up. As I was jumping out the window, I'm like, hell no, wait a minute. I don't want to jump out this window. I want to wake up. So as I was jumping out the window, I decided to wake up. So that's how I got out of that. But he didn't tell me what it was because they were connected to him. They are all one mind. See, that's what happens when you join that facet, is you become one mind. They know what you're thinking. Especially if the reptilians are involved. They're very psychic beings. They're evil with their psychicness, but they're extremely psychic. And they don't want to tell the secrets, especially with those of us that are very, very, very strong and well connected to God's source. Okay? I am soul 222. I was born on the physical day of 2/22. I have 2 children, 1 boy and 1 girl. Both of my children were born on the 12th day. My daughter was born 11/12. 1 plus 1 is 2. My son was born on April 12th. 4 is divisible by 2. See, 2s follow me all of my life. I am the second born. I am the second born of 3 children. I am the oldest of 2 daughters. I was raised by both of my parents in the same household. When you add my birth date year, it adds up to 2. Part of it. So the number 2 is very important to me, and I asked Spirit, God's source, to tell me what that means. And they said, we tell you all this, we download this information into you, or if we wake it up, because it's already in you, you got to put it in your book. So yeah, this is a shameless plug. Please buy Secrets of the World Revealed. Okay? I'm happy that the launch didn't really go off on July 4th because I was still doing some editing, because the person I hired to edit, she did not do a very good job at all. She did really good at formatting the book, but her editing sucked. And I found her off of Fiverr. But anyway, I'm kind of glad it didn't work out, because there are some other things that I want to put in the book. And yeah, we're going to do that. So I'm really excited for it. I have another launch date, but I don't even want to say what it is, but it's real close. That's all I'll say. It's not going to be next year. It's going to happen this year. God willing, and I believe it is, it would be before the summer is out. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, there's so much more to talk about and tell you about. We're just going to have to do it in more videos because I didn't want to start making too many long videos because many of you have the attention span of a caterpillar, about the length of a caterpillar. You don't want to listen to my long videos. So that's it for this one. Stay tuned for the next one. And if you haven't joined, what are you waiting for? Because my members are about to get some really good exclusive details on some things that I know a lot of y'all want to know, but you're not going to know unless you are a member. With that said, stay in the light.